While exploring the depths of Hyrule, you might have come across some Poes. And you'll always want to collect them because they can help you get sets like the Depth set and the Dark Link set right here. But the problem with these is that when you go to a bargainer statue, it costs 650 Poes to get all 3 pieces, and that is a lot. And no one can really afford that if you just spend a little time in the depths. So I'm going to be showing you some amazing locations where you can get a ton of Poes really quickly. And just before we start, I want to tell you that whenever you see like single Poes, always be sure to collect them. The first location is going to be at the Great Abandoned Central Mine. Right behind this pillar over here, you're going to find 2 of these things that are called Grand Poes. And basically what a Grand Poe is, that instead of giving you a single Poe, these will give you 20. So I started at 19 and now I have 39. We're going to be keeping track of how many I gained throughout the video. So after that I have 59 now. And basically whenever you find one of these Grand Poes that give you 20 Poes, you're going to want to mark them down on your map with really anything. See, I have marked them here with some stars. That helps me find them really quickly. Our next spot is going to be at the top of the Secret Spring of Revival, which is located right next to the Great Abandoned Central Mine. You can travel there from the mine itself or from this light route, since it's easy to glide on over since this is at a high altitude. So basically from here, at the very top of it, you're going to walk over here and you're going to see your Grand Poe. You can pick that up. If you look that way, you're going to see a cluster of Poes. And if we glide down this way, we're going to see our next Grand Poe right there. And you'll see that there's something else, like a different type of Poe, next to this Grand Poe. Basically what that is that's a large Poe. So while a Grand Poe gives you 20 Poes, this gives you 5 Poes, which is also pretty good. Our next location is going to be at the Construct Factory, right here. You can get there from this chasm right here. Basically, we're just going to head on over to this part right here, where you can see that it's an ascendable area. We're going to use Ascend, and we're going to go up. So as we get to the next floor, you're going to see 2 chests. You can grab those. One of them is going to be a sword. The other one's going to be a shield, like those chests right there. But if we keep going all the way to the very top, that's where we're going to want to go. Because right here, we're going to find another 2 Grand Poes, bringing our total up to 144. There's going to be one right here at the abandoned Karakara mine, directly under the Karakara Bazaar. There are going to be 2 more at the abandoned Gerudo mine, which is right here, under Gerudo town. So basically from the light route, if we head this way, we're going to see 2 Grand Poes right there, and that's basically where we're going. And do note that if you have progressed in the Master Koga story, he's going to be here for a fight. So do be aware of that if you have completed him in other areas. So there's one right here, and going straight all the way over here, there's going to be one right here. So as you can see, we now have 200. So that's going to be enough for either one piece of the pants for any of the armor or one of the chest pieces for any of the armor, but only one. So the next location is going to be under Zora's domain in the abandoned Lanero mine, which you can get to by going through this cave behind this waterfall at Zora's domain and going into the chasm. There's going to be 5 Grand Poes, 2 here, 2 there, and 1 there. So from the light route here, you're just going to go over and try to look for one of the boats. If you can't find one of the boats, you can still swim. It's not that far of a distance, but it'll still be better with a boat. So as you can see, there's one right here. We can hop on it, control it, and we're going to head to our first location, which is going to be over there. Yes, over here. So heading this way, you're going to see a Grand Poe right there. Now do know that 2 of these Grand Poes are at a very high altitude, so you're going to need either stamina or stamina increasing foods, or like any Zonai device that can probably get you up there. So right there's going to be our Grand Poe. And do be sure to be marking these on your map because it's going to be really helpful to refine them. We're going to head on over here. And right here is our Grand Poe. For the next 2, we're going to be heading this way, right here. So from here over to this way, go through the whole mine. And if you look up, and right there, in that little gap over there is going to be where we're going. Try not to waste too much stamina while swimming over there. Try to use as less stamina as possible, but if you have lots of stamina, it is okay. Also, if you have the Zora armor, the full Zora armor to be precise, that'll also make this much easier. But getting up here, we're going to find our 2 grand Poes. So collect them, and do be sure to mark them on the map. Now this does lead out of the Linearu mine, so you can go there for more light routes. There's nothing else more over there. And now, if we look directly in this direction, over to here, back where the light route was, if we head back to the light route, we're going to be able to find our last 2. What I do suggest you do though, is get up on this thing, because this thing has some really good altitude, so it's going to be good for us. If you can find a place to ascend from, that's great, but if you can't, just climb it. If you can't climb it, it's okay. Just aim to get inside of this thing right here, because that's going to be, you can first, not only can you rest here, but this also could be an ascending point. As you can see, we can ascend from here if we have the right angle. It's like right there. Heading all the way up, check if there's any more ascend points. There is one, so I'm going to use it. And usually when you're at the top of these, there may be some zonite or crystallized charges, so do be sure to check for those. So up here there were 3 crystallized charges, so collect them. And now if you look over to there, that is where we're going. Since they're so high up, it's pretty difficult to get early game. So I don't suggest you do it unless you have lots of stamina or any zonite devices. So I'm just going to head on over there. If you need to take a pit stop on the top of the light route, you can do that, but I'm just going to keep gliding. In case you don't make it, there is going to be a platform right down here for you to rest on, so I'm going to take it. And we have to go directly up. So if we go slowly, we will be able to make it to the top. So guys, now that I'm up here, it took me 2.5 bars of stamina to get up here, so I suggest that you have 2.5 bars, or any stamina food that can get you 2.5 bars of stamina. But collect these. And basically that's going to be all the locations I'm showing you. Now do know that grand Poes can spawn at other mines or in random places. Like I know for a fact that there are some there's one in this lava fall over here. But that's going to be a pretty hard location to get to. And there are a couple others, like there's one right over here. Right under this chasm. Around here. At the Yiga base. So one of these. There's going to be one right there. There are other locations like abandoned mines, like the Kakariko mine or the Hateno mine, which can also have some. But other than that, they might be spread out in other locations, like randomly. Like there might be some in the coffins at the old Gerudo cemetery. And stuff like that. But other than that, that's going to be it for today's video. So guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. And I'm going to see you in the next video.